Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero, and we are back again talking about individuals who literally sit here and hover around anything and everything I do because they have absolutely no life and they're miserable as they always are, recruiting the most dumbest people on the internet like good old Lamfartsy the furry who can't seem to keep my name out of his mouth on a consistent basis, claiming that I am spurging out, and yet his entire timeline is just him responding to me as I have him muted, and all he does is respond to me because I give him zero attention. Because all these guys act like bitter bitches on the internet as they always do, and they need some form of attention because clearly a woman won't give them any sort of attention whatsoever. As always, I'll just monetize their stupidity and make money off of it on my part-time hobby YouTube channel, as Lamfartsy himself self-owns himself trying to get a gotcha, then makes himself look stupid as he tries to say, oh, my channel is older than yours, but I have more subscribers. Congratulations, you make no money on it. You played yourself. And my YouTube channel is not my full-time gig. It's a part-time gig because crackheads like you don't know what working a real job is. But let's get into what started all of this from the beginning, because you had other clowns who believe that, oh, I'm the problem. Meanwhile, this guy is the guy that tagged me on Twitter, and I just responded. I'm just a responding agent, where he goes on to say, just a reminder, this is the sort of individual that Camba and Renown Zero defend when they attack Shane Davis and Comicsgate. I don't attack Shane Davis, and I don't attack Comicsgate. I call out the hypocrisy of Shane Davis and Comicsgate. There's a huge difference. You're just too retarded to know the difference because you have the IQ of a gnat. Your IQ is below room temperature. Somebody needs to check their hard drives, I think. This is the filth they're claiming is a victim. Let that sink in. Oh my god, it's Dan Fraga doing the whole car video that they're seemingly being fake offended over, because this is an absolute clown who doesn't understand that literally the other side does the exact same nonsense but way worse. Oh no, he's doing things with his kids in a car. Wow. You're so concerned with the man's kids, yet you constantly show videos of his kids on the internet with no censoring whatsoever. But you're so fake offended and concerned about it, you'll continue to show his kids on the internet after he deleted the video off the internet. Again, not my kids, not really my issue. I don't really care. But I respond by saying, just a reminder that clowns don't actually care about indie comics who get fake offended, and they sit there and defend their lord and white savior, Throat Goat, who has openly admitted to doxing former customers, who's also said, well, they're not his customers anymore, then he doesn't really care. Shane Davis, who specifically asked Fraga himself to pull up and threatened to fight PTP. We have this all on video. The same Throat Goat who is openly racist, who plays old school minstrel shows on his streams almost any time Eric July is talked about. The same CG who is openly okay with the constant harassment against Eric July because of comic books. The same CG who had an unhinged weirdo named Frogo who used his kids to openly come at me. I don't see you being fake offended over that because it's always rules for thee but not for me. The same Frogo who is on video loading a pew-pew threatening people over comic books. The same CG who entertains an autistic woman who was groomed at 17 being water sported by a fat retard who smells like shit. The same CG that created an entire puppet show that Frog Daddy plays regularly on his live streams. Homie, if this is what fake offends you in this day and age, you're a huge pussy. This is the least of anyone's problems, because it is. And you go on to say your obsession with male genitalia, which is really what you losers are obsessed over, you're going to say it's a nuh-uh, but meanwhile you are the only weirdos and closeted homosexuals who bring up any person's genitalia in any way, shape, or form. Should be studied. Damn near every post you make is about it. No. What you're doing is trying to compare this to me calling Ethan Van Sciver the Throat Goat, which is a name that was made up for him specifically based on a story, an alleged story that happened behind a T&J's Pizza. Just go out and find you a man. Get it over with. I'm sorry that you're in the closet and you want to do that, but unfortunately, I'm a straight man. I prefer women. I prefer big butts, and I cannot lie on women and vagina. I know you're waiting for July to offer Again, these homoerotic fantasies need to just end at this point, because that's all you guys really have are these weirdo homoerotic fantasies of other men, and it's the only insult you really have. But I think he's got slightly better class than to choose you. I mean, you're going around essentially choosing Ethan Van Sciver as your idol. Not really, I wouldn't be talking about picking something of better class, I guess. No need to project your pathetic way of life onto me. These homoerotic fantasies you have of me will never come to fruition. You made a post about me. I don't think about retarded weirdos like you on the internet. I fuck. You clearly don't. These facts make you angry. Part 1 of his manifesto just got reposted. This grooming PDF file just can't stop. Again, putting out false allegations against me. Not really smart. Nobody's ever gonna love you enough to touch you unless you pay them, of course. Never had to pay in my entire life. I'm better looking than you. You clearly need to, because again, that's projection. And even then, they go to the ER to get deloused. I guess you're not a serious person. Again, you made a post and tagged myself and Cam. You were clearly thinking about men that don't care you exist when you posted it. No need to project that you are a grooming PDF file or that you pay for sexual relations. You look dirty as hell. Just based on your photo, you look dirty as hell. Just because you look at a photograph of me by some weirdo closeted homosexual from Australia who, I don't know, made the picture get blown up and blurry, it's not really my issue. Just because you can't grow a beard as great as mine also isn't really my issue. Because you're so retarded, because you even said in one of these posts that part 2 of the manifesto just dropped, even though it's literally just an edit of the same post that you claimed was the part 1. He's so retarded that he says the same post that is edited is 2 parts, and all I did was add more context, which was the whole part about the puppet show. It's one post, new CG isn't sending their best. Here's your 15 minutes of fame as you sit there and lie about people. Your insult game is weak. All you have is I'm rubber, you're glue, and all you guys have is talking about male genitalia. That's literally all you talk about. And I'm like, it's always the ugliest individuals who always have me living rent-free in their heads. Every single time. You edited because you're effing retarded. No, I edited because I added more stuff. It's fitting since I dragged your Neanderthal face through the... I guess... And you're a coward to boot since you don't have the cojones to at me in this post. You don't want to get treated like a B-word, don't act like a B-word. That's simple. Again, you used a meme created by a closeted homosexual Chris Tyson from Australia. You've been getting treated like a bitch all day. I edited to add more words. You can't even ratio me, and you used a terrible meme from a clear closeted homosexual Australian Chris Tyson. Neanderthals effed a lot, so I don't see how that's an insult. Your beard's looking weak. Just saying. Lest I forget, Sir Jizz is doing the you are thing again. This dude can't help but dig himself deeper. Again, deeper into what exactly? Everyone can see the goalpost shifts and constant crying by you, and the only thing that will happen is you'll get clowned on for content, as I'm doing right now. You're a literal NPC repeating what you're told by other people. You need the attention your quote-unquote girlfriend isn't giving you. Might want to look back at how you were getting completely wrecked by me and others. There isn't a single person on the internet that's ever wrecked me in anything. And I did ratio you until you cried yourself into doing an edit. The likes don't change when you edit a post, you moron. That's not how that works. Buying bots and remove my photo, and which is also something that happens as far as the photo goes. The photo gets removed when you edit the post. I don't need to remove the photo when I'm trying to make fun of you, and I make fun of you every single time. The fact that you claim that I buy bots, even as you have an account with 594 followers and you can barely get 1 like on a post, tells me everything I need to know. I don't need to buy bots, you freaking clown. You can't even afford Twitter. You're talking about how I buy bots, yet you're too broke to even purchase Twitter. Blue, what are we doing here? And you're right, Neanderthals F themselves into extinction, you absolute inbred baboon. You definitely didn't ratio me. You might want to check again. Just keep making excuses. By the way, because I know you're a brainlet who's too broke to buy Twitter Blue, editing removes the photo by itself. We evolved from Neanderthals. Did you even finish school? And I said a retard in the making. You didn't ratio me. Take your L. I got 10 likes. You didn't ratio me. You got, what? 5? 4? You got 4, and I had 10. You didn't ratio me. You're an idiot. While I was having conversations with multiple individuals and getting quote-unquote likes for dragging this mongoloid through the crapper, he thinks he got a quote-unquote dub because one person conversated with him. I can't believe this is a thing that's happening. Again, you are just content at the end of the day. Keep shifting those goalposts because you look the way you do trying to get W's when all you've been taking is L's and you needed a closeted homosexual Australian quote-unquote married man to validate your existence. See, like I said, one like, bro. You have 594 followers and you can only get one like. You guys act like homos. That's why I call you guys homos. When you continue to act like closeted homosexuals, I continue to call you exactly what I think you act like. You either act like a closeted homosexual or you act like a bitter bitch. I'm sorry, the fuck does any of this mean? And content for whom? Your 12 viewers on YouTube who give you $40 a year and bringing up the gays again? It's like the only insult you have because it's the only insult I need because you get so ass mad about it. Stop getting so butthurt over it. Maybe I wouldn't have to continue using the same insult. Meanwhile, you use the same insult, Neanderthal. Neanderthal is the insult you continue to use every single time. So you're basically a hypocrite. You're doing the exact same thing that you claim I'm doing. There hasn't been a single person on this app that has quote-unquote wrecked me. 12 viewers, lol, and $40 a year, lol. I'll let you keep believing that. Okay. Bruh. That's how you know you don't really watch me. You just get your information from other NPCs. Well, it's getting you dragged across X today, you effing rector wart, and I amongst the others couldn't be happier to see it happening. Dragged by who? By retards like you who already hate on me and my success? Who cares? I'm getting dragged by haters that are miserable and have no life. They no. They get no. They have no friends? Like, what? Who am I getting dragged by? You guys can't even ratio me. It's not really being dragged. And then the desperation sets in for this furry artist weirdo right here. I haven't even used it in years. You're a legend. I am. I'm doing much better than you are. You make no money on YouTube. You sound like a moron. The only thing you ever talk about is views. And you probably still have only 38 members on your Patreon because you're a artist. The desperation for an own causes a self-own. You make $0 off of it, your YouTube channel, while I profit off of my hobby-level YouTube channel. This isn't a full-time gig. Congratulations, you played yourself. You weirdos are so obsessed with constantly pocket-watching me on a daily basis, and it makes you so angry. I let you keep on wondering because it makes you so mad. And I love to see it every single time. I don't have to do anything. A lot of you guys have Renown spurging out daily. I can just laugh and check in on him once a week to see if he's still flipping out. 18 likes. Because I'm the only thing you can talk about, bruh. 11 hours. You're literally following me, which I removed you as a follower. He states this while nearly his entire timeline is talking about me. Again, nice 18 likes in 11 hours. I'm sure that'll get you far in life. And just so we're clear, we'll do it live. I will search up Lamfortzi himself live. We could do it live, too. Let's do that. So here's your account. I have you muted, so anytime you quote tweet me, I'm not going to see it. Literally an hour ago, you posted this. 12 likes. You're talking about me again. Talking about me again. Talking about Eric July again. Talking about Eric July again. Talking about me again. Talking about Eric July again. Talking about Eric July again. Talking about Eric July again. Talking about me again. Talking about me again. But I'm the one that's crashing out. I'm the one that's spurging out. Talking about Dan Fraga, talking about me again. The Ripperverse has failed, so Renown spends his time now whining about video games and gooning. So, I actually do both. I talk about Ripperverse, I talk about video games, and I goon on YouTube weekly with Stellar Blade. What are we talking about? I've always talked about video games on Twitter, you moron. You have literally a profile picture of a game you probably never played in your life. Because if you're literally sitting there talking about how Death Stranding is a masterpiece and you've played Metal Gear Solid 3, I can tell you right now you're a moron. By the way, it's an opinion that I said Death Stranding 2 is trash. Still doesn't understand the concept of an opinion versus a fact. Metal Gear Solid 3 is on the highest of caliber of video games compared to Death Stranding. Death Stranding is not even close to a Metal Gear Solid 3. Hell, Metal Gear Solid 1 is far superior and holds up way better than Death Stranding ever will. Talking about me again. High blood pressure? Bro, you literally follow a fat, overweight, out of shape New Jerseyan and you want to talk about high blood pressure and diabetes. Still talking about me, by the way. This is all the way back on June 25th. Since June 25th, you've been talking about me. If you go to my timeline, I'm not talking about you at all until recently, until like today. You talk about me on a daily basis, but you're the one claiming that I'm the one spurging out. The lack of self-awareness and the delusion in your head is ridiculously hilarious. It is so funny watching these guys melt the down every single day over me just simply existing. These guys treat me as if I'm Eric July, bro. While these guys sit here and cry about me on Twitter on a near daily basis, I'm the one working outside in the heat every week. Talking about high blood pressure. Man, get the up out of here. What the is wrong with these guys, bro? I swear, every week these guys are just absolute clowns. And I just love making content and watching them melt the down nearly every day. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you do like this video, smash the like button, comment below if you feel about this, subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or go live on the channel. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.